What's up, guys? You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP 101.5 FM. I'm your host, Marco Garcia, and I'm joined today by Paul Dendorfer. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Marco, how's it going? Thanks for having me here,
man.
man. This is exciting. Enjoying this.
Thank you, man. We're excited to have you.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, for you guys, everybody knows and loves, is the owner of Blue Ruin. Makes the amazing drinks that take you to the next level and get you where you're supposed to be. And Paul is today. He's going to be sharing some music with us. You want to tell us who our new artist is?
All right. So, the artist for me is Backstreet Boys. There's a few songs in there kind of play into, the life and stuff like that, like larger than life, kind of like with Blue Ruin. We're getting big, we're getting out there and kind of showing what we're doing. And then everybody, we're back. So it's kind of like, hey, we're getting through COVID a little bit. There's still some more things going on, but we're coming back strong. And I want it that way. Who doesn't love that song?
Yeah, I completely agree. I really love the message. Like it's larger than life, super uplifting, and everybody. I think that's something that everybody can relate to.
Exactly.
With this global pandemic, that's something definitely was going to ask you about. Ways that you've been dealing with the COVID, prospering through COVID. Persevering. I was like, that's a very persevering song. And
Exactly.
So I'm excited to, hear your take and your spin on that. And which song you want to start with first?
Let's do everybody, because we're coming back. Yeah.
Sweet.
That's right. Yeah.
So tell me about how it. Any new changes, new updates since post-COVID life with Blue Ruin and everything?
So the great thing is the kitchen just opened up. So last week we got the kitchen rolling. So we got Buddy, Christopher, and his daughter Destiny in the kitchen. So I'm excited. Chapter number 2 of Blue Ruin, the food. During COVID, we worked out some kinks with like doing carry-out cocktails and kind of getting through that. And we realized we got the kitchen rolling now, so it's that next chapter we're moving forward, and we have other ideas that hopefully we'll get rolling too here in the next year or so. But this is good though. We're all coming out of this, and it's kind of nice to see the town prospering now, and everybody's ready to come back out and do things. And we're having an event in the alleyway today for St. Patty's Day, so we're kind of excited to see what comes out of that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels really good, especially after the year we've had, seeing like life again.
Yeah.
Like downtown in the alley, people drinking on the streets. Yeah. Like it feels like a little bit of normalcy.
Almost, yeah. We're trying to get a little normalcy. Good, yeah.
Yes. And so it definitely feels good to be back.
Exactly.
And it's excellent that, now we got you guys having awesome food.
Yeah.
Buddy Christopher, chefing it up. This is really dope. I wanted to ask you about playlist wise, what's the vibe? And
so
you always got the jams going.
Yeah. So the idea is like during dinner service and all that, because of the whole speakeasy vibe, and that's why I like Frank Sinatra too. You kind of play into the jazz and you go into like the blues and back in the old days. So that's kind of the vibe there. And then once we hit the late night after dinner service is done, we just kind of throw it out there and have like a playlist. So Doug, who's the other bartender there, he loves his music, so he's come up with a really cool playlist. So it kind of feeds into the vibe, and the customers have fun with it, and it livens it up, and we get to party it up a little bit. So
yes, man.
So we change the vibe as the night goes on. So yeah.
And I know my man Doug plays piano.
Oh yeah, he loves that piano, man.
Yes. There's nothing like it. Live instrumentations.
And it's a great thing. Like, you don't think anybody else in town with a piano bar, so we have like a piano bar, which is kind of a nice touch. We played during dinner too, which is a nice touch. Yeah.
It adds ambiance.
It does. It really does. Yeah.
Tell me about Backstreet Boys. What made you pick them? I guess everybody loves them. So
everybody loves Backstreet Boys.
Tell me your connection.
Younger, you see them, you're like, oh man, I want to be one of them, kind of thing. But it plays into us, like the stuff that they did, like some of the songs like Larger Than Life. It makes me feel like Blue Ruin, we're getting big, we're growing in the town and here in Cambridge, like we're all expanding. So it's like Cambridge is getting bigger than what it was, and being part of that, I love that with everything that started, like with RAR and the guys before that, it built the town up, and so we get to be part of that.
That's epic, man.
Yeah. So I mean, Backstreet, who doesn't love them? Everybody loves them, but it kind of plays into some of the things that we feel like we're growing, and yeah.
What was I wanted to ask about how long have you been here? Are you?
So I grew up in Frederick, Maryland, so on the other side of the bridge. So we moved here back in '92. My dad's job transferred us here, so we live in Salisbury. So I went to Y High for my senior year, went to college for a couple of years, and left and went back the other side of the bridge and lived in Fairfax and got into restaurants and fine dining. And then I went to New York for a year. And then after New York, I came back to the DC area and was there till 2008. And then my wife at that time, she passed away of cancer in 2008. So me being a single dad with 3 kids, I moved back this way because of family area. So needed help raising 3 kids on my own. And you know, it's worked. I mean, I got to meet Doug, who's the owner of the building. So we came together, Blue Ruin. I met my moving wife now, Katie. So we have 2 kids. So, you know, it was a good thing. I mean, it was a tragic thing, but moving back here, the kids were great. And so now I'm part of a big community. I love this community, so it's good.
You know, I think that's something that's, also excellent to see, and people need to see, see you persevere and, the way you rebuilt.
Yeah.
And so that's excellent. Like you said, it's tragedy and, very, very sorry to hear. My condolences.
Yeah.
But the way you turn that around is something that's truly inspiring.
Yeah.
And
What's up?
And but tell me about some of the music you were listening to back home when you were growing up back in Frederick.
Back then, there's a lot of like U2. Like one of the songs with U2 is "Beautiful Day." It was going like a little bit of tragedy, and you come through it, and at the end of the day, you make it what you want out of it, and we got through it. And so that, and like Frank Sinatra, because I love the Rat Pack and the guys back then, and the whole like mobster scene and jazz and blues and playing that, and that's why the speakeasy vibe with Blue Ruin that plays into all that. So
like the mobster table.
Yeah, the mobsters. Like I love that
perfect.
mobster feel, and the way Cambridge is, and the way we built the place. Cambridge almost has that mobster feel to it because I've seen a lot of pictures back then. And they say Groove City was like about jazz and all that, and I love that vibe, and I want to bring that back.
Welcome back, guys. You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP 101.5. I'm Marco Garcia, and joined with
Tim Saunders.
Hey, and we're here today with
Paul Dendorfer.
And who are we listening to, Paul?
We are listening to Backstreet Boys.
Awesome. We're having an awesome time. Tim just joined us at the table today, and you want to start us off?
So what would you tell people that had any questions about like what Blue Ruin is overall as a business?
So the business, when we first started out, like I wanted to have that cool cocktail vibe, another place in town where you can come have a good cocktail, great experience. Because there's a lot of different places in town. Everything has its own vibe and own different feel to it. So me, it's like I wanted to bring that old speakeasy vibe and classic cocktails, craft cocktails. Where you come in, you can sit down and relax, have a good time. If you want to talk to the bartenders or talk amongst yourselves, like there's no TVs and stuff like that, so you can kind of enjoy who you're with. But just give that nice, sweet vibe to it, that good feel, classic feel. And now that we got the kitchen done, the idea is the kitchen kind of plays into those craft cocktails too. So the food plays along with the cocktails. But that's the main thing is I just wanted a safe environment to feel like you're at home and you can have a great experience. Like for me, it's all about the experience.
And now you can drink more because you can put some food in
That's
your belly.
right. Now you had that food element, you can drink more.
you got to pause.
I think that's like a dope idea, like a modern day speakeasy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Mark can have more Capones.
Yo, that's my favorite. The Capone, guys, you got to try it. It's my favorite drink on the menu. Also, I love just seeing what the bartender likes to chef up.
That's right. We have some fun.
Yeah.
See, I don't drink, but if you guys got Shirley Temples, I'll come.
We got that too. Yeah, we got you. We can have some fun with. We started doing a lot of non-alcoholic cocktails.
Okay.
Like for that, so you'll get a cocktail that looks like a real cocktail, so you don't feel like out of place. So it makes you feel like part of the group too. So nobody ever know
because they be like,
they're good.
It's like chemistry up in there. Shoot, man. Tell me about track number 2. What we gonna do the next one?
So track number 2, Everybody.
So
we're back.
Today, Backstreet Boys.
That's right. And to me, it kind of plays into the whole thing where when I was saying earlier, when my wife passed away, so going through all that, I'm back with that, and now even with COVID, like we're back too. So I mean, the town's coming back. We're coming back strong. Yeah,
Rebounding.
we'll be a forced.
Yes. What has been some of the biggest setbacks or biggest complications, COVID wise or not over the last year?
So I mean, with COVID, I say the biggest thing is when it first happened. They said we had to shut down back in March. So we completely shut down for a couple months, and we tried to figure out, hey, are we going to get through this? What are we going to do? And then we realized that we can start doing to-go cocktails. So that was just a small thing to get started, to get our feet back into it. But we had good owners with Doug and Denise Kyle that they're pretty well off, and they own the building too, so that kind of helped us out get through that. And then in June of last year is when they said we can slowly reopen up. So we're able to get through just cocktails and do cocktails to go, so people can come and get their drinks, go eat, or get their food, come to us. So that helped us get through that sort of setback. And then the guys got back there in October, started to build a kitchen out, and now the kitchen's done. So now it's like it's on. It's time for us to move forward in the next chapter, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this year brings because things have opened back up somewhat. So with the 100% capacity allowed back this weekend, yeah.
Oh, that's this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So you 100% capacity. You still got to do the social distancing and mask wearing, but it allows us to do a little bit more than we've been able to do. So, yeah, it gives us a chance to almost some normalcy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, it's good to, when we did open back up, I guess it was halfway.
Yeah.
It's nice just being able to go back into the bar, have the music playing and the drinks
Exactly,
and that stuff.
yeah.
It's good to deal with it, dealing with the whole being in a pandemic and all this stuff we got going on.
Exactly.
Getting that's therapeutic.
It is. It's good to see people back in the bar and
Yeah.
having a drink, and you can talk to them face to face and listen to music. It's not like you're hiding and like, hey, here's your cocktail to go, and we can't sit and talk to you.
Everybody's
like,
isolated.
I love this. Like we love the interaction. That's what we love the best is being able to see people. So yeah.
I think that's an aspect I think of bars people don't really think about too much is the social aspect.
Yeah.
It's a big part of it, I think.
Yeah, because if we don't get to sit there and talk to people, we get bored and we're like, oh my gosh, the night just drags on and on if we don't have people to talk to.
Yeah. And those are some of the best conversations.
It is, though. You have amazing conversations. You get to meet people and find out about them. So, yeah, it's great.
That was gonna be our question. It'll be for segment 3, but one of our overarching themes has been mental health. And one of the big questions that a lot of people have answered for this year have been that one of the ways they deal with it is music. And the fact that you guys are bringing that into your business model in such a big way, I think is really impactful. Because like you said, like bringing it out into the streets, that's putting it out there.
Oh, yeah.
Just even people walking by, can go by and catch a vibe. And that's really cool. It gives life to the city, and then also, it might just, help somebody's day.
Exactly,
And
right?
so
Yeah.
that's really awesome to see.
It is.
We need that.
Mm-hmm.
And for next, we're on everybody. I got it this time. So you want to go and introduce track number 2, Everybody?
Track number 2, Everybody by the Backstreet Boys. You're listening to DORiS on 101.5. WHCP is a great place to be.
Hi, welcome back. This is Paul Dendorfer, and you're listening to WHCP at LP at 101.5 Cambridge Radio in Cambridge, Maryland. A great place to be.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here with Paul. I'm Marco.
I'm Tim.
And we're listening to
Backstreet Boys.
It's Backstreet's back. Backstreet never left.
That's right.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them live?
I haven't actually.
That's the one. I haven't either. I've always wanted to
I
see
think it'd be
them
a cool
live.
show to see.
Yeah, they did a comeback tour not too long ago.
Yeah,
and
they did.
I really wanted to go see them. I'm sure they're still good.
They gotta be. They can't be bad,
excellent.
no, right?
Exactly. Like
They still gotta have it, right?
You can't lose. Like they could play that Everybody, the second album.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. They could just play that start to finish.
Oh yeah, it'd be
and
totally golden, right?
excellent. Like, but I wouldn't mind a new album. I wouldn't.
Yeah, something new, a little freshen up a little bit. Yeah, see what they got. Yeah.
What are some of your concerts?
So I've been to U2 was one of my first concerts I've been to.
Okay. Also on my list.
Yeah, that was a great show. Been to Janet Jackson.
Shoot.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was back in '95, so it's been quite a while.
It's probably the best time to
Yeah,
go.
it was.
Honestly,
It was-
like wait,
it was
what
an
tour is
awesome
that?
show,
Like Red
though.
Velvet Rope or something?
Yeah.
Like that's.
Oh
like,
yeah, I mean that was huge. I went to Katy Perry, because my daughter would love Katy Perry, so that was a fun show to see.
Sounds funny.
Went and saw, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank now, but it's the boy band from England.
One Direction?
One Direction, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. Like that was like, I went with my daughter and a bunch of her friends. There was screaming fans everywhere. I swear I couldn't hear for like 2 or 3 days.
The crowd was
so
probably,
bad.
probably definitely.
My head was pounding because
They were like the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like, people went nuts over them.
like the section we're in, I was like the only guy surrounded by a bunch of teenage girls. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, it was crazy.
Man, I really am jealous about you two and Janet. Like, I can't even imagine. I've seen Katy Perry. I've never seen One Direction.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind seeing them though. Harry Styles,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Not
Like,
bad at all.
I'd
Yeah.
love to see Katy Perry live. My mom saw Janet Jackson once, kind of recently, like a couple years ago, when she
Oh,
was
wow.
doing their performances. Like,
oh shoot, man. That last album, she put
tour.
Unforgivable or Unforgettable or something.
yeah, I don't really remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it was her comeback tour, I believe.
I would love to see Janet live.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that'd be excellent.
That was a fun show because that was back in, Rhythm Nation and all that. That was, yeah. That was a fun show to watch though. Yeah.
Her tours, I feel like they just aren't as big as they were. Like that back in the 90s, they were just so, it was like a circus show.
Oh, it was. I mean,
Man.
the shows to watch and the choreography, it was amazing. It was like, wow. Like, yeah.
This overarching season, has been, like I said, we've been talking about mental health and dealing with that. And, we spoke earlier about how music is a big way of dealing with it. But I wanted to ask you, what are some ways that you go about practicing self-care, if you do?
Yeah.
And what is a source of love for you?
I would have to agree with you. Like, music is actually a good way to get through it. But I have to also say family. Family is like a huge thing with being with the kids and the wife and all that. That's actually a great source of happiness. And then Blue Ruin, like it's a second home. Like when I'm in there, like it's not work. It's like an adult playground for me. Like I'm having fun. Like I finally found a thing that I love. I've always loved doing that, but now it's me. It's all like my vision, my dream, and partner up with the right people, like having the right staff. Like so, I have family around me there. But it's just fun. Like being behind that bar, it's just amazing. Like it brings me complete joy.
It's like
so inside of
practicing your
work, I got
passions.
that, and outside of work, I have family and all that. But if you love what you do, I mean, it just makes life so much better. It makes you happy. Like watching you, you seem completely happy right now.
Yeah.
You love what you're doing. Yeah,
This is the best. I get to, hang out with my friends and then learn new things about them, and music, it does that in a way.
Yeah.
It shows you other sides of people. And now when I think of Backstreet Boys, I'm gonna think of Paul. And so, like that's literally how it is.
See?
The artist you pick, I associate it with you in my head, and it's like I love that.
exactly. Right?
What has been the peak? We talked about some of the hardest parts. But what has been the I guess the best parts? Out of pandemic or post-pandemic or whatever.
I would have to say the fact that knowing how tough this past year is for a lot of people. Like I have a lot of friends in DC, New York, and they're in the industry, and other people that know that the restaurants haven't survived. And I know a lot of people have struggled through this, and it's tough. Like to see everybody else, and that haven't really done too well through the pandemic. It makes you heartbreak for them. But for me, I have to say a peak is knowing the fact that we're still here. We were able to get through the pandemic, and now the kitchen's open. So it's one of those tough things. You never knew what you're going to come out of this. To see other people suffer and struggle, it's tough. But I have to say that for me is probably the biggest joy is that we didn't shut down. We're still here. So
persevering.
Exactly. We
Pushing
were able to get
through.
through it. We figured it out. Yeah.
It's cool. I feel like we are in an awesome spot right now. I don't want to
I
jinx
know, right?
anything, but it feels good. It's like find some wood real quick. Like
Exactly right. Like we're still gonna do this.
But I'm really happy. We got awesome new brunch spot.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's hype. So we're doing good right now, and it's only going to be up and up.
That's
And
right. I can't wait. Like I'm excited. Like because you said brunch. Like there's nobody doing really brunch, so we have a nice
Yes.
brunch spot. And I'm excited.
The
like,
awesome brunch food.
Yeah.
And then with the drinks.
That's right.
This is hand in hand.
Can't go wrong. And one of the cool things we're doing next weekend, the alleyway, we're taking that tent And one of the girls who works for us, Hannah, she got married last year. She's got like a vintage couches, coffee tables. We're gonna turn that into a lounge like couches and tables, and
cool.
so it's not like a traditional
like
outside
COVID,
area. It's gonna be like
outside
a
space.
cool outside spot.
Yeah.
We talked to some people that are gonna hopefully come play some jazz and blues out there too. So Fridays and Saturdays from 5 to 10 in the alleyway.
Sweet. Okay, and so it's gonna be recurring.
Yeah, every Friday, Saturday, we're gonna do that
Sweet.
going forward. Yeah. So starting next weekend, we're gonna deck the thing out with couches and chairs. And it's gonna be real bougie and vintage. Like,
I like that.
Bougie and vintage.
That's
I
right.
love it. I love it. That was going to be another question for segment 3. Was upcoming. Is there any updates that we should know about for the future?
Yeah. So
Things to keep
now
in
that
mind.
we're allowed to sort of do things again, so each month, starting next month, we're gonna start doing events in the alley. We'll pick one Saturday in a month, and we'll do different events. They'll be themed. So like in May for Memorial Day weekend, we're gonna do a Beach Boys and Tiki themes.
Okay.
Labor Day weekend, we're gonna do a Grease theme.
Oh man, that was my school play. I love
So
Grease.
this is funny though, because me and Doug, we made a bet on a game. Whoever lost has to be Sandy, and I lost, so I got to be Sandy.
Oh, this is
my
epic.
God, yeah.
Which outfit? The leather or
I'm
the
gonna go
schoolgirl?
the poodle skirt. We have
Okay.
Hannah who works me. She's gonna go the leather outfit for it. Like, I'm not putting on the leather. No, it's bad enough. I gotta. be
You'd rock
Sandy.
either one, Paul. You could rock either one. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun though. Like in July, we're gonna do casino night for the toy drive, and also feeding the needy during Christmas time. So we're gonna start raising money for that. And,
Beautiful, man.
So yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited to get this year rolling. Yeah, because I'm like I said, for me, it's all about the community too. Like, if it wasn't for the community, we wouldn't still be here. So I want to give back to the community as well, which is a big thing.
We're so happy to have you, and
Oh, thank you.
and look forward to having you back.
That's
come,
right.
Come back on. Share some more
Anytime.
music with us. Maybe next time we'll do you two.
There we go.
It was almost you two today, guys.
Yeah, it almost was. Yeah.
And so, but and it could be somebody else. We don't know. Oh, did you have any more questions?
I'm interested about casino night. What's
Oh yeah.
night,
So it'll be Christmas in July. So it'll be July 24th, which is a Saturday. So I've reached out to a company that's actually going to bring poker table, craps table, roulette, blackjack. So the idea will be at $100 a person, but it'll cover food and drinks, and then you get to play on the casino and all that. So you'll get like play money, and at the end of it all, whatever money you have left over, you can use to turn in for prizes. But the idea is about 60% of that money is going to go to the toy drive and also feeding the needy during Christmas time. And then the rest will cover, obviously, to pull off the event. But this will be our first event out of 3 events we're going to do this year to raise money for Dorchester Sanitary Drive. And then also we worked with the fire department on this, to where we're going to take that money and buy food, and then we'll cook meals like a couple days before Christmas so they can pick up. And they'll have food to eat on Christmas Day, that most people that are in need of that. So, because last year I always did for the toy drive. This year I want to do for the toy drive, and then also feeding the needy in Christmas time. Like, yeah, I want to take care of the community. It's a near and dear thing to my heart. It's like,
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
We can you can support a good cause and get your drink on.
Yeah, you can have a little fun too while you're at it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we need, man. Paul, I thank you again.
Marco, thanks for having me. It was just fun.
I'm excited to go blast some Backstreet Boys now.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I got them there at the top of my playlist. So you're about to send me on a loop.
This is cool. So every time you think of Backstreet Boys, like, oh, I need a Capone. I got to see Paul.
Exactly. Gotta go get my Capone right. Seriously, y'all, Capone, go get it. Go try it, because it's the stuff. I can't curse, but if I could. And then after that, get Doug play you something on the piano.
That's right. Yeah.
Get that live music and get your vibe. And thank you again.
No, thank you. I appreciate
Until
this.
next
Is fun.
time, my
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you, Tim. This has been DORiS Radio on WHCP 101.5. Keep it locked.